G'day guys, back again with another episode of my Chelsea career mode. In this episode, we're going to be facing up against Newcastle United, of course the same team that we will be versing in real life in the English Premier League. Now before we jump into the game, I of course want to address all the big news that's been happening over the last couple of weeks with regards to Newcastle United. I could have addressed it in previous episodes, but I was like, I knew this fixture was coming up anyway, so I was just like, I'll hold off, I'll wait for this game to kind of express some of my opinions on the big takeover that has happened at Newcastle. But before we dive into my opinions on this story, let's first set a foundation of some facts. I assume most of you know what's been going on over the last couple of weeks, but for some of you who may not be up to date with the latest that's been going on in the English Premier League, let's just go over some of the basics right here. So, of course, Newcastle United has had a huge takeover from the Saudi Arabians, and it will be a future without former owner Mike Ashley, and one in which the club can compete with Europe's biggest teams thanks to the billions, that's billions with a B guys, thanks to the billions the Saudi Public Investment Fund, otherwise known as the PIF, can provide. There are still many issues to resolve, however. How will Saudi Arabians' human rights record reflect on the club? Will the Premier League explain how it came to a resolution with the consortium? How much money will Newcastle have to spend? And of course, who will be the next big manager of Newcastle United? For a fan base and club which has lurched from one drama to another in the past 2 years, at least there is now a new blank page ahead of them. Now, the Saudi state has been accused of human rights abuses and was recently embroiled in a copyright row, which would have made it tricky for the takeover to go through based on the Premier League's owners and directors test. So what the consortium needed to do was prove that the kingdom's PIF, which would provide 80% of the money for the takeover, was separate to the government state. Now, this might actually be a bit of a grey area perhaps, because the ruling leader, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, is also listed as PIF's chair. But with legal assurances provided, that has happened. It is understood there will be consequences if those agreements are broken. The consortium has also demonstrated how the PIF has already invested in companies, including the McLaren Formula One team, without the direct state involvement. The precursor to news of the takeover going through was the Qatar broadcast BN Sports saying it had resolved its dispute about Premier League football matches being broadcast illegally in Saudi Arabia. By proving there is a separation between the Saudi state and the PIF, that issue becomes immaterial. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of the situation. Basically, Newcastle have new owners, they have a crap ton of money to spend, and they are now the richest club, the richest footballing club in the world. And obviously, there are a few sort of, there are a few grey areas, if you will. Obviously, Newcastle are a club that has been struggling a lot in the Premier League in recent years. They've been always floating around that mid-table, sometimes in the lower end as well. And now that they've got a huge influx of cash, in the next couple of years, they will be able to compete with what we would consider the top 5 or 6 teams, you know, the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United and Manchester City. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see another team being able to compete on that level, because I'm of the opinion that more competition is better for the EPL. Obviously, what makes it so entertaining and so engaging week after week is that any team can come up with a result. You know, you could be bottom of the table versus top of the table and still somehow snatch a result. And that's why we love the Premier League, because there are so many teams that can fight for those top 4 positions and even fight for the Premier League title itself. And as a Chelsea fan myself, I can't say that I'm against this takeover, because I think it would be hypocritical for me to say that, considering we were in a very similar position when Roman Abramovich came into the club in the early 2000s and had us kind of go through this huge restructuring and have a huge influx of cash. You know, I think it would be hypocritical for me to be against this. In saying that, I do think that there are a few issues with regards to the human rights that go over in Saudi Arabia with regards to the way they treat women and all that type of stuff. it is certainly a grey area. And for Newcastle fans, I'm sure most of you will be excited by the takeover and obviously the kind of change in leadership, if you will. Obviously, we do know that there will be a new coach going to be appointed for their sake sooner rather than later, hopefully, right? But regardless, it's uncharted territory ahead for Newcastle United fans. Obviously, I have a big feeling that their team is going to change drastically over the next couple of years, and I think it's going to be an exciting future ahead for them. And for Chelsea's sake, hopefully in this kind of state of limbo that they're in currently, we can get a positive result this weekend. That would be fantastic. And yeah, I'm really excited to get into this game in FIFA and see how we get on. Now, this is the starting lineup that I'm going to go with for this game. I've switched out Reece James for Azpilicueta in that right wing-back position. He was quite fatigued, so as a result, Christensen comes into the squad ready to go. Also, before we go any further, let's address that fantastic result in the Premier League last weekend against Norwich. I said in my episode last week that I would have loved to have a really comfortable, solid win, but I did not expect that. And I think it really demonstrates the kind of difference in class between the top end of the table and the bottom end. And I was thoroughly impressed with our performance against Norwich last week. A 7-0 win. Fantastic. And obviously, Mason Mount was the one that got a hat-trick in that game. The first time he has ever scored more than one goal for the Chelsea Blues. And a hat-trick at Stamford Bridge. That's such an amazing achievement for him, for such a young lad as well. So very happy with that, and as a result, I have obviously kept Mason Mount in the team for today's game as well. I've been very impressed with him, both in real life, and in the game. And of course, Lukaku and Werner are up top for us as well. So this will be a game that I'm sure will be interesting for us to play in real life. I think the atmosphere of the Newcastle fans is going to be off the charts. I think from a tactical perspective, it'll be interesting because they obviously do have a manager that's basically filling in for them. They don't have a full-time manager as of yet. And so from that perspective, it might be an interesting, from a tactical perspective, or Werner might get in there early. No, he does not. So yeah, from a tactical perspective, I think Newcastle might be vulnerable. But the atmosphere of the game inside St. James's Park is going to be off the charts. I'm very much so looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic game. Oh, what the hell? What a shot from outside the box there. Let's clear this out of here, please. Oh my God. Kante is the one to eventually get it clear. And Lukaku's not able to get on the end of it. Wow. Newcastle coming in with the first shot of the game. Let's get it into Werner. Let's see if we can get on the attack here. Maybe out wide to Azpilicueta. Let's cut inside to Jorginho. Oh, it's cut out by Willock. And Jorginho's got it back. Let's cut inside here. Mount's got it. Oh, Lukaku might be able to make a run. No, Mount's going to take it himself. Oh, saved by the keeper. Newcastle coming out wide here. We don't want them to get a cross in, so Christensen, please lock that up. Well in. It's going to go out for a throw-in, though. We are not yet out of danger. Kante's there. Come on. Oh, he's fallen to the floor. And let's get that clear for a throw-in. We'll take that. A throw-in in that position is far better than giving away a corner, that's for sure. Now, one more thing I wanted to add with regards to the Newcastle takeover, I guess, and it's also in regards to the kind of prestige that is the Premier League. Even West Ham, I think, recently has had some investment from some billionaire as well. Azpilicueta's out wide here. Werner at the back stick. Oh! Off the crossbar! Come on. Let's try and lock it in. Oh, he's just absolutely dummy there as well. They're going to escape, I think. Oh, they will. Terrible defending by me. We're going to get that ball back easy. But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like, especially after all the European Super League drama that we had at the beginning of the year, The Premier League is in a really good spot at the moment. There's so much eyeballs on the league. There's so much investment coming in from overseas, and as a result, I think it's just going to make the competition so much more competitive and engaging. Jorginho from out wide. Nah, he's not going to be able to get that one in from out there. But yeah, I'm excited with the future that awaits us. You know, like compared to other leagues like, the La Liga in Spain or the French division in... good save there. They're leagues that are often dominated... here's the goal line decision here. How close was it? Obviously a good save to kind of tap it onto the crossbar, but... yeah, like they're leagues that are dominated, by two or maybe sometimes even one team. In Spain, it's predominantly Barcelona or Real Madrid, or, mostly it's Atletico Madrid at the moment because those two teams are, in the financial, shitter, if you will. In France, it's just Paris that really kind of dominate because they've got such a great, Champions League winning worthy team. So, like, England have the advantage of having really 4 or 5, sometimes 6 teams that could really push for the title. And obviously the top 4 spots are so valuable with regards to Champions League football. I think it makes the competition so much more engaging. And with more teams, Newcastle getting involved in that, I'm all for it. So I'm excited to see what the future holds. Obviously West Ham are a team that have been doing quite well as well recently. Werner, damn it, isn't able to put the skill moves on and get in at the end.
Oh, that's a pass of high quality. Oh, but cutting it out in the nick of time. Joelinton. Teammates in the middle.
Alrighty, and that is the halftime whistle. Newcastle making a few last-ditch efforts at the end, but nothing really too distressing for us. But the biggest takeaway from me from that first half is that we did not get nearly enough opportunities to try and get in the back of the net. Our closest opportunity came with that Werner shot, but not good enough at the moment. So let's go into the second half. And I'm actually going to change some things tactically, I think, because so far it's not working as well as I would like. Let's put constant pressure on. Let's try and get the ball back as quick as we can. And let's have a fast build-up play. And let's try and make sure that we're getting into the spaces in behind and getting into Lukaku's feet as quick as possible.
Lukaku. He continues his run. And in with a real chance.
Oh, what a save! Oh, I really was about to say, wow, that was a quick, decisive reaction based off the tactics change. Oh, what a save. All right, let's whip this in centrally, see if we can get someone on the end of it. Thiago Silva, gets a nice, powerful header on it. But it goes straight at the keeper, and it's an easy as you like save. Oh, bit of a rebound there, bit of pinball. Let's try and get it back in here. Nah.
Possibilities in the centre. And clears his lines. Can they get in behind them? Must take the lead here. And they have.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I wasn't commentating myself, I was just concentrating so much, trying to stop that from going in the net. Like, what is going on there? Like, I don't know what to say, guys. I'm kind of speechless. That's just a ridiculous goal to concede. As you can see, I'm not happy with it at all. Alright, well, now we're losing. We came out of the blocks firing, and now we are behind. So now we need 2 goals to get in front.
Jorginho.
Mount hit it from deep. Oh, deflection. Jorginho, win that header, please. Oh, he just about does. Mount out wide. Oh, what the hell? That was supposed to go to Azpilicueta. Why was he passing it inboard there? Well in, Rudiger.
They'll be a bit annoyed to have lost the ball. Conte has it. Mount.
Werner, come on, back stick. Get in, son. Oh, we really needed that goal to come sooner rather than later because I did not want to leave it late and be struggling to, kind of scratch a result, getting a draw at the end. But now that we've got that quick goal back, we might be able to get a winner here. So that is a quality finish by Werner into the top left. Let's look at this bullet. Oh, great strike there. Now, I can't remember if I mentioned it at the beginning of the episode or not, but if I'm putting this in now, then it's because I didn't. Obviously, I watched the interview with Thomas Tuchel, the pre-match press conference, before I started recording this episode to try and update myself on all the latest happening with the squad and whatnot. And he obviously did reveal, Thomas Tuchel that is, that obviously Timo Werner is still injured, Lukaku is still injured, and we actually got an injury to Mateo Kovacic as well. He injured his hamstring. So those three guys are going to be out for a couple weeks, which is really not ideal. And I think this, again, is more evidence to the fact that, this is why it's so important to have so much depth and have such a large squad, especially if you want to be competing for the title. Because you are going to have situations where you're going to have to rely in the depth of your squad. Let's just try and hit this wide with Mount. Oh, he's hit that strong. But the keeper is there to save it and stop it from going in the back of the net. So yeah, I'm not sure what the lineup is going to be for the game against Newcastle. That was a good pass by Kante. But regardless, Chilwell hit this. Oh, it just goes past. But regardless, whoever Tuchel picks, I hope that the players that come in are able to kind of capitalize on their opportunity and really make the most out of it, because I would not like to be on Struggle Street in real life like we are in game. Alrighty, I'm going to make a triple change now. Bring on my substitutions. As you can see there, they're the players that I'm bringing on. So hopefully we can make an impact straight away. Get this cleared, preferably. Mendy is there. Thank you. Let's get that out to Kante. Into Havertz. Well in. Sal will get it out wide here. To Chilwell. Let's get it in. Oh my god, that was a bad pass on his right foot there. Alright, it looks like we're going to leave it late here. Oh, here we go. Come on. Let's see if we can get some build-up play here. Lukaku. Oh! I've got it back. James. Oh, he's... finish! Kante. Oh, N'Golo Kante. Finishing is not your strength. But I really wish it was. Oh my god, what a bad touch. Keep Werner on side. Oh my god, he is so fatigued, he can't do anything. Did you see that? I tried to turn side, he's just like so lethargic. Damn it. Oh, having another striker on the bench would have been so much more preferred. Alright, come on. Maybe get into Werner here. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, he's going to give a free kick for the handball as well. Come on. Let's try and get this winner here. Come on, win it here. It's gone to Newcastle instead. Come on, Kante. Oh, Havertz isn't able to make the interception. Alright, well, we don't want to lose this game either. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, Mendy, what a save. Keep it. Yes, oh my god. Oh, Edouard Mendy has literally saved the result for us there. Wow. Wow. I cannot believe that we were able to survive that. Wow. Okay, well, not ideal. I would have preferred to get the victory, especially against a team that in-game far weaker than what our squad is. But credit to Newcastle, they defended well enough to only allow the one goal in, and that Joelinton goal was ridiculous. But a 1-1 result. Was that a game you could have lost today? Based off that last attacking opportunity, I would say yes. But we were pleased to get a draw. Obviously, we would have much preferred a win, but sometimes you're going to come up against games like this where it's just really difficult to break teams down, and they're able to snatch a point off you guys. And obviously, this is a very long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm not too discouraged by a draw against Newcastle, to be honest. You must have expected a win today. Are you disappointed with the result? We should have taken our chances. That's the answer I'm going to go with. You know, like, still we have enough quality in the team to be able to get a decisive result. So I will say that is true. Was this one of those days for you up against a goalie like Dubravka? I think that's how you say it. Let's work to be better. I think that's the option we're going to go with. Again, team cohesion in the attacking third, so important. Because if you have that, even if the team you're coming up against is defending quite well, you'll be able to break them down. And that is the end of this episode. As you can see here, our next game will be against Malmo in the Champions League. And I will be saving this game for the next episode because, very conveniently, this fixture actually matches up perfectly with real life. On the 3rd of November, we will be versing Malmo. And of course, in the next episode, our next game in the Premier League will be at home against Burnley. And again, expecting a very positive result in that game as well. But before we conclude this episode, let's have a look. Obviously, you can see the Champions League standings there. But at the end of each month, I will be looking at the Premier League table as well. So let's have a look at that right now. And there it is. That is the Premier League table. And to no one's real surprise, I would assume, Manchester City ahead. You know, they're a great team. No surprises there. But what I will say, this is a unprecedented. This is unbelievable. Who can believe this? Arsenal in second spot. 5 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss, 19 points. They are ahead of us on the table. I'm quite shocked by that, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. For some reason, they perform way better in FIFA than what they are in real life. And I don't know if that's just because of the quality of players that they've got and that Mikel Arteta in real life can't get them to perform to that ability. I don't know. Regardless, Arsenal in second spot. We're in third. Manchester United in fourth. Everton, West Ham, Wolves, Liverpool. I'll say, I know it's only been 10 games, but they're only on 16 points. So that's not ideal for them. They'd much rather be further up the table, I can guarantee you that. And yeah, this is the rest of the table. Oh my god, Spurs, 7 points from 10 games. Wow, they are towards the bottom of the table, potentially in a relegation zone. That's crazy. Cannot believe that. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. We're going to deal with all the emails and the press conference and all that in that next episode up against Malmo. And hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I'm really enjoying making this series. And I just want to say a huge thank you to all you guys that are continuing to tune in, support the channel, support this series. I'm really, really enjoying it. And obviously this is going to need to be continuing throughout the entire year ahead of us. And we're going to be trying to continue the good form that we're doing in real life, in game. And yeah, hopefully more success is on the horizon. And yeah, thanks again so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next episode next week. Come on, you Blues.